What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this reality chat. Listen, guys, when I tell you I had to just come and share this little clip with you and share my thoughts on it with Dr. Heavenly, or some people call her Dr. Messily. And Carlos King with his messy self. At this point in time, he really is just a correspondent and critic of Bravo shows and interviewer of either current or former Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Basketball Wives reality personalities, because it's crazy. And I'm going to talk about this in a different reality chat to share my thoughts on that. But he recently did a live with Dr. Heavenly, and she shared her thoughts on Quad. And I just really found this interesting because, I just recently did a few reality chats where I was talking about the fact that Dr. Heavenly and Quad are teamed up to come against Sweet Tea. Her, real name is Letitia Lunsford. And you can love her, hate her, be indifferent, don't care for her looks, don't care for the way she speaks, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, the woman is Dr. Gregory's wife. However she got with him, it really isn't any of our business. But if she chose to share it and people have their thoughts and views on that, that's fine. That's cool. But Quad acts as if she is this person that is just so above the fray and is so superior to Sweet Tea. And to be honest with you, who really knows how she got with Dr. Gregory? And it's funny to me, as messy and drama filled and even I was about to say something, but dishonest at times Phaedra can be. I don't believe that she's lying when she has said that she's never seen Dr. Gregory look as happy as he has seen him with his new wife. And that does not take away how she feels about Quad, which they call themselves friends. But I don't think they're really friends, to be honest with you, because Phaedra says she's known Dr. Gregory for over 20 years. So that means she's known Dr. G a whole lot longer than she's known Quad. So in my personal opinion, I just feel that her and the quote unquote friendship that she has with Quad is strictly for the show. And they may see each other in circles when they go out to events and things like that in the Atlanta area. But that does not mean that they're friends. But Dr. Heavenly shared her thoughts on on Quad in this live. I want to just go ahead and play this clip and continue with my commentary.
She don't call us. She don't reach out to us. She with the housewives girls, them girls that be going to the thing, and and they looking for men, and I get that they go to Kenya and Nairobi, Kenya, and all over there to Africa and try to find the men, and they, thirst trapping for the gram, and they naked and all of that. Quad with them women. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't calling no names, but you know who they are. Just look back at the pictures. But what I'm saying to you is Quad don't be with us after the fact. I speak to Simone, I speak to Jackie, Toya speaks to Simone. So inadvertently, we all keep up with each other. So when the cameras start rolling, Quad starts reaching back out or don't. This year, and I know Quad gonna be mad. I know she's gonna be mad, but this is my truth. This is what I really think. I had not heard from Quad since the reunion. Now, this is before I took a picture with Sweet Tea. I get that you're going to use this as a scapegoat, saying, yeah, you took a picture with my... Quad don't give a damn about that girl. She don't. I'm telling you, she don't. She didn't give a damn about that man, in my opinion. She might have at one point in time. She don't.
Okay, did you hear that? Now, it was a lot. It was a little bit, but a lot. And basically, what she was saying about Quad is that, look, we're coworkers. We're not really friends. Now, this is not a shock or surprise to most people, but the fact remains that Quad continues to use this as a storyline. And Dr. Heavenly, as messy as she is, it makes for a good show, I guess, and they need the ratings, so that's fine. And like a lot of people said in the comment section, and I agree, she's good for TV. She's entertaining, whether you like her or not, but definitely would never be somebody that I would ever call a friend. So, but it's like, yeah, and still she's talking about Quad and saying that she is going over to Africa like a lot of the other ladies. She said, I ain't calling no names, but you can just go back and look at the pictures now. And she said those housewives. So we know who she's talking about, right? At least if there's only one person, we know she's talking about Porsha, okay? And although Simon was in Atlanta or the neighboring areas of Atlanta, but you get the drift. So yeah, Quad is on the come up. And some people may say that's fine. I'm not judging her. If a man wants to sponsor her and call it a relationship so that she can continue to level up, then do that, because she was sponsored by Dr. Gregory for a while. But like Heavenly said, whether you like her or not, she did not lie. I truly agree with this. She said she does not care about that girl. She said, I don't even think she cared about that man. I mean, I think she did at one point in time a little bit, but it's the truth. And that's why it is so irritating. And I've been saying this a number of times over and over again when it comes to Quad and Dr. Gregory, and how she talked about how she was just so offended and insulted that they brought her ex-husband on the show, seeing that she was on since its conception. How she speaks, and knowing the history. First of all, no, we don't really know the history, because we saw some things on the show, and there may have been some things that were edited out, but I really don't believe that there was any actual abuse that they edited out, one. And two, I highly doubt, I don't care what anybody says, this does not make me a whatever. I'm not even going into all those names that people try to label people on when they share their views on a situation, which is a situation, not overall talking about all men and all women in domestic relationships and situations. I highly doubt that Quad, being this strong-headed, aggressive, if we, want to say, woman that she is, very, very opinionated, will voice her concerns, even when they're not valid or they're stupid, would be on a show with a man that was beating her ass. I've said this before, and I will continue to repeat it, okay? So when Heavenly said that she doesn't even really believe Quad cares about Dr. Gregory and didn't really care about that man like that, I don't think that she is lying. I agree with that. Now, Quad is not going to like it, because we know Quad doesn't like anybody calling her out on her stuff. And she does not take any type of real accountability, okay? So I just really found that funny. And Carlos with his big bug eyes, bugging out, like he loves it. He's there for the mess and enjoys getting it from the Bravo girls, because he just can't get enough. He misses being at Bravo. He really isn't putting his all into his own stuff, because he wants to be back there. I mean, I don't think he wants to be Andy Cohen's sidekick or number two. I believe he wants to be Andy Cohen. And I believe he really is, I wouldn't say jealous, but definitely envies that position and believes that he is more deserving of being there. And that's what I believe that he is doing when he's constantly coming out here to talk about the housewives. Like, it's annoying to me. I don't have a problem with, there's enough space for everyone. Some people may get 50,000 views every video, and somebody else may get 500 views every, video that they post on YouTube, or less, whatever. Not everything is for everyone. Meaning you may not get the type of views, or if you want to label it success or whatever, that other people get. That's all well and good. I'm just using this as an example to say, when it comes to YouTubers and people creating YouTube channels, and you can create a YouTube channel about anything, like anything, but for him to be who he is, and now he is like becoming I'm not even going to say a colleague, a competitor. I'm going to call it a competitor of other content creators, where all they do is talk about reality shows stuff and give reality show reviews and interview people. And now he's doing the same shit. And he's also a freaking producer of several reality shows. Like, focus on what you're doing. Make the main thing the main thing. But in my personal opinion, I feel like he's making YouTube his main thing and focusing on Bravo versus focusing on OWN Network and WeTV, where he has his reality shows right now. If I were one of the people that was a whatever you call it, I wouldn't call it a celebrity, but if I were one of the people who were one of the reality show personalities on one of his shows, I would be pissed because I wouldn't feel that I'm getting the attention that I deserve. And I'm not saying that any of these people are driving to become the most famous person in the world, so to speak, but I'm just basically saying if the person that I signed on to do a show with is just constantly putting other people on pedestals, I would second guess my choice about signing a contract to be on one of his shows. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in a separate reality chat because I don't want to make this one too long. But yeah, I don't believe that Dr. Heavenly lied about anything when it comes to Quad. Quad is who she is. And that's why I'm over her being on this show because it's bull. You're just around these ladies as co-workers. And some people are okay with that. And they're like, well, yeah, they're just co-workers. Like, who cares? She knows the assignment. She shows up for work and she's cashing her check. But that's a problem because when it comes to Married to Medicine, this show is supposed to be one of the most real reality shows. So to have her just showing up to be around the ladies to get her check, and then you're doing scenes where you're confronting people, asking them if they have a problem with you. I mean, I would have been like, bitch, I don't even really like know you. So what are you asking me that for? We don't hang out. We're not friends. So yeah, I kind of have a problem with you being on the show. But personally, I could care less because you're not in my life. That's what my response would have been like. So to be honest with you, Quad has made me like Toya even more because I really didn't care for Toya in the beginning, especially after the first season when her and Mariah got into that fight and they both fell into the pool. Okay, I just can't with Quad. But Heavenly, she's about her money. She's about her checks. And she's also not about other people's feelings, right or wrong. And she's also, I don't feel, about Quad because she knows that Quad isn't about her. So I agree with people who say Heavenly is no one's friend. I agree with that. She's no one's friends but her husband and maybe her children. Although I think her children just are like happy to get away from her. But I'm saying, no, I don't disagree with people that say that Heavenly is no one's friend, but Quad is not her friend either. So, and Heavenly knows that. She may speak a certain way and whatever, but Heavenly is very intelligent and she's extremely well aware that Quad not only wants the check, she needs it until she gets another sponsor that's willing to say, look, baby, you don't even have to be on that show anymore. I'm going to Porsha you. We're going to get married. I'm going to lock you down. I'm going to give you access to everything that I got. Give you access to everything that you want and need. And you don't even have to be on reality TV anymore. Because to be quite honest, I know Quad loves the attention. She loves the pseudo fame. She's not famous, but I'm saying she's a reality TV personality that a lot of people are aware of. But honestly, there's a lot of people that don't know anything about Quad. So anyway, I believe she's definitely trying to get Porched. And if she gets Porched, then she won't have to be on this reality TV show anymore. Because I do believe that in a number of ways, she kind of feels like it sucks to have to be around these women because she knows that it is very necessary for her to continue to live the lifestyle that she's become accustomed to at this point in time. But she is, I believe, like Heavenly said, hanging out in the African countries and trying to get with someone that is going to sponsor her and level her up so that she doesn't have to justify being on this show anymore, where she knows her presence really isn't necessary, really isn't needed, and honestly doesn't even make any sense. Because several seasons ago, when she and Dr. G were splitting up and going through a divorce, and Toya brought it up, and I agreed with her at that time. Some people felt like Toya was being mean or messy, but she was like, listen, if we're going on couples trips, and this show is about either being married to medicine, whether we are the spouses of medical practitioners or the medical practitioner is married to their career and they're also in a relationship, in a marriage, why would this single woman be coming on couples trips with us? That's what Toya said. She didn't say it in that way, of course, but Quad was sitting there justifying it, saying, I'm going to be on all the couples trips. Like, what the heck? Why do you want to be on couples trips? Like, have you ever not heard of the third wheel or the fifth wheel? You're a spare. Why do you want to be there? You want the check and you don't want to get cut out of any scenes because you want that money at the time. So I'm just saying, Heavenly didn't lie about Quad. Quad definitely, and she said it already before. She said it a couple of episodes ago. She said, Sweet Tea, she's digging for copper. Quad, she's a gold digger. I mean, she said it then. And then, was it last week? They showed up on Watch What Happens Live together, and I discussed that too. So I just really felt that it was ridiculous and so unnecessary and shady how they were going in on Letitia Lunsford, Sweet Tea, as she's called. Just so mean-spirited and mean girl type of thing. When Quad, she doesn't care. Because honestly, if Quad was a girl's girl, like she tries to portray herself to be, well, she's not a girl's girl. She's a selfish girl. She's about self. She's not about women. She's about self. Okay? If Dr. G was such a horrible husband that was beating her ass, okay? Why would she not try to warn this woman? And, she could choose to accept it, reject it, what have you. Why would she not try to warn her versus making fun of her? Any woman that was getting her ass beat by their previous husband and sees that another woman who may be younger, naive, whatever, is getting into a relationship with this person, no, you may not stop them, you may not block them, and you may not want to be seen as a hater or someone that's trying to stop someone else's happiness because it didn't work out for you, so you're just going to choose to not engage and not even say anything. Well, if you wouldn't talk about those things and share these things, maybe not on camera, but in private and in confidence with that person, then why would you be in public talking about this person and making fun of the way she speaks, making fun of her teeth, making fun of the way she dresses, making fun of her overall? That's just so despicable and deplorable. I really don't have any respect for Quad. I know a lot of people love her, and that's fine. Do what you do. But Dr. Heavenly didn't lie about Quad. And I just found it funny. But Carlos with his messy ass, I would have rather Heavenly have said it on her own platform versus having this live with Carlos King. Because that's all he wants to do. He wants to go viral for stuff like this. He's just a freaking mess. And I don't care for him either, to be honest with you. He's, like I said, he is a copycat. He's copying people that I really respect and have been following for years here on YouTube. And I'm going to call him out. One person I know of, at least, Alexander Rogers. He's been copying him. He's had the Allegedly show on YouTube for years. He's got allegedly merch and products. And now Carlos is doing, that copy thing. And again, like I said, he's not become a colleague of the content creators on YouTube. He's become a competitor. And I mean, you can't compete where you don't compare. But the fact that you're doing that when you're supposed to be like on a level above, not to say that he's supposed to be better than anyone who is a YouTube content creator, but hell, you have shows on network television, on the OWN network, on WeTV. I mean, Oprah even took some time out of her day at one point in time to record a little snippet of a video to mention Love and Marriage Huntsville and however many episodes, it had gotten to on a network that she doesn't even own anymore. She's just like, anyway, I'm not even going into all of that. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. Thank you for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and I'm going to say bye.